safe and they're being taken care of, but I gotta get these thoughts out because I love the kids too, you know what I'm saying? But see, this is the thing. This is what drives me. This is what motivates me to continue. I even forgot where I was, but this is my children, and the children that are around me is what motivate me to continue to go after my dreams. I don't care if people don't believe in me. I don't care if you don't think that I can make it. I don't care if you think that I will never get there. I don't care. I don't care about none of that. Because I know the momentum that I have. And this is why it's important. When you are doing things that go against what you want to see come out of life, you're never going to get there. You're never going to be able to see your dream come into fruition. This is why I was saying that self-discipline is important. You know what I'm saying? And you're not supposed to envy anyone for the discipline that they have in their life. If you see somebody have discipline, you're supposed to be inspired by that and start to apply discipline within yourself. I'm not saying become like them. I'm not saying be who they are. I'm saying to cultivate that discipline within yourself so that you can see your dreams come into reality, come into fruition. This is why I don't sleep on myself. I don't sleep on anything about me because I know where I'm going. I know where I'm headed. I know what I've already accomplished. I know what I will accomplish. And honestly, quite honestly, I think that what I'm going to accomplish is going to be far exceeding my expectations and the things that I feel. But that's only because I believe in myself. I don't care if nobody don't believe in me. I don't care if nobody's standing there with a cup pouring into me. I can pour into myself. I can believe in me. And I've been doing that. That is who I've always been. And I have accomplished great things. Y'all seen me in that little situation or whatever. But I've accomplished so many things that you guys don't even know about. Because quite frankly, it is just my life. And no one's going to truly understand my life and how I've gotten to this point and how far I've come. But I need to know how far I've come. I need to know where I'm going and where I'm headed. I need to understand and believe these things within myself, because without self-belief, nothing can come from it. It's just like the Bible says, faith without works is dead. So me, on the other end, just because my life doesn't look like who you guys think I should be or who you guys thought I should be, or because it looks like I've taken steps back, doesn't mean that that's who I am. See, people out there could fake the funk. They could fake it all day, every day. You could have plants in your background. You could be sitting on camera eating all the fruits and the vegetables you want just to portray a message or just to portray yourself to be something, to be in this inspiration. But quite honestly, if you're not doing the inner work, if you're not unraveling these soul ties, if you're not unraveling yourself from the things that hold you back from manifesting your dreams, if you don't apply discipline in the areas that you need, if you're not actively doing the self-work, I'm talking about the inner work, the spiritual work, if you're not cultivating temperance, if you're not cultivating effective communication skills, if you're not exuding more love when you're actually in a situation where you are found in adversity, if you do not do the inner work, you'll never truly get to the potential that you should be at. And we shouldn't have an excuse as far as to why we can't do these things. I can have a whole bunch of excuses why I don't want to eat clean right now. I can have a whole bunch of excuses on why XYZ, but I don't have those excuses because those are not excuses to me. I'm going to do what I am here to do and what I feel I need to do, whether I like it or not. And that's the only way that I'm going to get to the highest vibration and the potential in which I am. You can never think less of yourself trying to live out your dreams. You can never think less of yourself trying to cultivate even the skills within yourself, the discipline within yourself to get yourself to the point that you want to be at. You have to believe. You have to believe that you can wean yourself off of poison, toxins. You should believe in yourself, in the fact that you can manifest, or not even manifest, but just pull in the resources and the things and the mindset that you need to get yourself to the place that you need to be. Like I said, if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe that you can accomplish these things on any minute level, you'll never be able to get there. And people always wondering why it's taking their whole entire life. At some point in time, if you're when you are doing the inner work, at some point in time in your life, like say for instance, and I'm gonna use myself as an example because I truly feel like this within myself. Ever since I was younger and I understood myself and I understood what I wanted to do and I understood like how I wanted to live my life, I've been living this way. I've been applying these discipline tactics in my life to have propelled me into where I am right now. So being that that's the fact, and being that I'm doing the inner work too along the way, now as of being 25 years of age, I have come way further than most of my peers around me that are the same age, people that are around me that are older than me. You see what I'm saying? But that's all because I'm doing the inner work. I'm healing myself. I'm taking time with myself, you know, to cultivate and breed myself. Because if I don't take the time to do that for me, no one will. And then I will always be trying to look for outside validation and outside sources to fill a void that's inside of me that I need to become whole within myself. You know, I need to become whole within that aspect of myself. We shouldn't look for outside things to validate us. And you know, like for instance, right now I have a 11-month-old. She's crying right now because she wants to be in my arms, but she has to know that I'm not always going to be there to pacify her, to pamper her, and to cater to her like every single need. She's already eaten, she's already had her diaper changed, she already have all of these things crossed off. The only thing that she needs to understand is now that she needs to find a way to occupy herself while mommy is busy. Because when she gets older, it's just going to become even worse. Like the older you get, the more you're going to be weaned off of me. So I'm not going to go run to her aid just because she's crying. She's around other children. She has her aunt, she has her grandfather, she has a grandmother, she has a whole community of people right now. So I'm not going to intercept what I'm doing to cater to it's not even a need, it's just it's a attention, a cry for attention, to pacify a behavior that ultimately is going to hurt her in the end. So eventually she will learn, eventually she will understand that she needs to be patient, a little more patient. And it's not like the individuals around me are not explaining to her, because we talk to our children. But this is just one example in life and how we need to be with ourselves. Just because you want something, just because you want to do something, doesn't mean that you should. It really doesn't mean that you should. You should have more self-discipline in certain areas. And if we don't cultivate these characteristics within ourselves moving forward, especially into this new world, our children are going to suffer. Our children are going to get the brunt end of the things that we don't want to do within ourselves, do the self-work that we need to do within ourselves. We're passing on karma, we're passing on all of these toxic traits, we're passing on these things. So it's up to the parents to be able to fix themselves, go deep within themselves, fix themselves, to be able to have something better to offer to their children, or to the world for that matter. And so this is what I'm on. This is what I've always been on. Yes, I was in a situation where it was real shady, and it really didn't look like, you know, maybe I didn't have the aspirations or whatever the case may have been or whatever. But in my situation, I had to learn through these things. I had to learn the processes of certain things that I'm going to be doing in my future that has nothing to do with the situation, like, or with the individual, should I say. It has nothing to do with the individual that was portrayed in the adversity with me, rather than it had more to do with the wisdom that I was getting out of the experience to cultivate my queenhood, my queendom, so that I could be able to push forward into this new world with my children and be able to give them better than the circumstance. If I would have never went through that circumstance and gained the wisdom, I wouldn't have wisdom to give my children right now. I wouldn't have wisdom to give other people right now. So with that being a part of my life, I chose not to allow that. Like I said, I choose to allow that to define me and put me in a box. I don't care about what none of y'all think about me. You don't have to like me. You could be jealous of me. You could do whatever you want. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, I know why I'm here. I know what I am here to do. I know where I'm going. So at the end of the day, I'm just going to share who I am. And that's what I've always done. I've always shared who I am, whether it was shady or not. And even in my shady moments, I was still sharing who I was. So I'm not going to allow people to come